The Nikki Glaser Podcast. The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Here's Nikki. Hello, here I am. It's Nikki Glaser. It's the Nikki Glaser Podcast. It's Wednesday, and I am here not only with Andrew Collin and Noah, but also Anya Marina.
Hey, girl.
Hey, we
guy.
hear you every time that song. Every time people hear you more than anyone.
It's a true honor and a pledge.
It's so good. It's
Can we
so
hear it
catchy.
live?
Yeah. The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
That's good. Good job, Nick.
Wait, you do the Nikki Glaser Podcast.
The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
So
I mean, it's pretty on point.
The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Nikki Glaser Podcast.
He's doing a harmony.
I mean, we got to talk about your outfit, Andrew Collin. For those of you who aren't watching the video in a couple days, Andrew has a festive look, a Jimmy Buffett meets
More Jimmy Buffett.
Golden Corral buffet.
Yum, yum,
Trust fund golfing kid.
Yeah, trust fund golfing kid.
It's a chicken fried steak.
A frat guy going to a theme party, you know, trying to get laid still, but like also, the shirt is an old vestige of the show, the early days of the show. We started the show in the Cayman Islands. You bought that shirt one day when we went to go shopping at a mall, and it is a Tommy Bahama, correct?
It's a original for sure.
Tommy Bahama.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, there's no other prints. Bought it right off the wall. It was framed. I took it out.
Oh God, this thing was on sale. They saw him coming. It was, it was one of the things where they're like, it's on sale, and it was it wasn't like $87, something like that.
Yeah,
you're like, I got it on sale, Nikki.
Yeah, I mean, the original price the artist said was $284, Mr. Bahams.
It's like the original price is on the price tag, and there's already a line through it with the same font that the price is written, so you know that it was never that price. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
well, yeah,
this
they
was
got
our
me.
intended price.
I think what happened is they bought 15 for the wait staff at the restaurant next door.
yeah, it
And
does
then
have that
one
look.
guy died, so they had one extra just sitting there.
Yeah,
And
they did a whole collection for a local hotel,
I
a
swooped in.
2-star
It is very white.
for their
white
valet
orchid.
boys. You do look.
You work at White Orchid.
I look like a valet guy that
an
has
orchid?
to ask his friend to drive
What's
stick.
the name of that show? White Lotus. Sorry.
White Lotus.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I'm very
how
White
quickly
Lotus.
they forget.
And
I
then
just
your
love that show.
hat.
It's a titleist or titleist.
I've never known how to pronounce that.
Someone says Titulus.
No.
No, okay. Well,
No.
the hat.
It's a Titleist hat. It's made for a golfer who doesn't want to get too much sun, who likes to party, have a little Miami Vice pina colada around 3 p.m. because it's 2 p.m. somewhere. You know what I mean?
Well, he walked in this morning, and he's also wearing shorts. Are those swim shorts?
These are a Lululemon short, which
Okay.
act as a swim workout, or you could go to
What
a
is this
restaurant.
voice?
You
Oh,
go,
you can go anywhere in those.
Yeah.
Says who?
Lulu.
Lulu.
Lulu?
You're dressing this way because it's nice outside.
It's nice outside. It's
Did
54
you know
degrees.
it was nice outside, like when you went outside, or because you looked at the weather?
I looked at the weather. I did go outside today. I went to FedEx already this morning to pick up a golf club that wasn't sent to me, even though I paid for overnight shipping. That's a whole thing. I read the reviews. This woman was worse than Hitler, apparently. And I thought, this was a year ago. She got these bad reviews. You ever go to the reviews of like a FedEx
Like eBay?
location? Like it talks about the FedEx location.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
They're like, this woman wouldn't even look me in the eye. She didn't say a word to me. She wouldn't even get my package, even though it's the 5th time. I'm like so scared to go in there. I'm like, I'm gonna kill her with kindness. I'm like, she's gotta be fired by now. It's been a year. And right when I walked in, I was like, this is definitely the woman. Like, she still has her job.
Oh, really? She sucked. But
I
maybe
go,
she
"Oh."
owns it. No?
No, she wasn't. The manager's name was a guy's name. Maybe
Okay.
she doesn't. I mean, I
Wait,
think
what made you
not
check
go
the
somewhere
Yelp
else?
reviews before going?
Oh, that's a good point.
because I've ordered another package that has gone through and never got to me. So they're notorious for being notoriously bad.
Why can't they just ship it to you directly?
Yeah.
Without stopping at FedEx?
Yeah.
Well, they got to stop at places. You never follow your package?
I do.
It's kind of fun.
I have a bikini from Italy stuck in Jersey. It's been there for 8 months. I made
Is that a Bruce Springsteen song?
I got a bikini stuck in Jersey. Paramus.
So wait, how long has it been
Do you
stuck?
get your money back yet?
No, it's because USPS. You can't. I tried to file a claim. I've been to offices, and I've just I hear Nikki's voice in my head going, "Babe, how much is this worth to you? Is it worth $150 to just let it go?" And
Like, how
I'm
many
yeah.
hours do you think you've spent trying to get it?
It's more agonizing over it. Like, will I have a bathing suit in Mexico? I really wanted this. 3 or 4 or 17.
Poshmark, they'll have it to you in 3 days.
Yeah, I just
Find
can't
any-
get this thing.
Can I ask
that
a
I
question?
want.
Have you called the actual bikini place? Because they
I
should.
wrote to them, and they're like, the
You
second
wrote
it,
to them. You can't call them because it's long.
they're in Italy. I ordered this thing from Italy. It came. It was a size too small. I returned it because Matt was like, "That's a little small." So I reluctantly returned it. I was like, "All right, I'll get a size up." And then it's.
Did you think it was too small, or did he just
I
not want
was
you
like,
looking like a whore?
I was like, "This is a little small, but I could deal with it." I forgot you should always order a bikini one size bigger.
Because your boyfriend will say it's too
No,
small
it
and
makes
you look like a
everyone
whore.
look better. It's a trick.
Oh.
Yeah, and yeah, you don't want it like tight. You don't want to be busting out,
Yeah.
and because you know me,
Yeah, you're old
Yeah,
kettlebell tits.
Yeah, even in a snow jacket, your tits are big.
So I wrote to the Italian company, and they're like, the second it gets back, we'll give you a refund and we'll send you a new one. And then it's just stuck in Jersey for 8 months at some holding
I
facility.
wonder if someone's wearing it at the facility.
Gladys.
Tits are busting.
I brought a bunch of swimsuits to Hawaii with me, and I sometimes put them on when my lover and I are about to hook up, because I don't have like lingerie, but like I have really slutty swimwear that this company, when I was in Cayman Islands, they gifted me like a ton of swimsuits that are just skimpy string, like nipple cover
Yeah.
swimsuits. And sometimes I'll put one on, like, because I like having something for him to take off. Like sometimes he'll walk in and I'm like getting out of the shower and I'm totally naked, and I'm like, you wait right there, and I'll like put something on, because I'm like, I like having something for you to take
Yeah.
off. And so I'll just throw on, because I have like 20 of these swimsuits, and some are so tiny, and I brought a bunch of them to Hawaii, and he was like, you have to wear one of those out. You have to. It looks so slutty. And so like I want you to, you have to, like, he kind of wants me to like look slutty
By
in
the
front,
pool?
like
Yeah.
you have to, like, other guys are gonna know you're a fucking slut. Like, it was kind of like this hot thing of like you're gonna, people are gonna ogle you and like know that you're a filthy slut. Like, it was like kind of a hot thing, and I was like, I can't wear this. It is insane. He's like, I think it's great. And I didn't end up doing it because they were lit. I was like, if I run into Bill Maher,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to ever look at. There won't be any professional relationship between us ever
You'd
again.
probably get on the show more.
You'll get more. Yeah, you'll get hired more
No,
often.
Especially if it's a size too small.
That's why I don't like having boobs, like cleavage out ever.
Yeah.
Because guys can't, it's not like I don't think guys are just complete animals, but I kind of do. Like, they can't focus if they're,
But I feel like a
titties,
guy-
like, just tempting them.
As a guy, if a girl's wearing every bikini for a girl, unfortunately for you guys sometimes, is that it's revealing. Even a one piece, you can't hide anything. So it's like, if you're showing a little bit less skin, like, Bill Maher's already going to understand your body if you're wearing a bikini at all. You know what I mean?
But there's
like
certain things that can look so slutty, and like that you don't understand. Like, if I would have moved an inch, you would see like my nipple, and like there's something about a nipple
Yeah,
that changes things.
it does. Why? Because we're told that you can't show it.
Even if you see the outline of, or like the areola, it's like, oh my god.
There'll be a TikTok and a girl will have like a quarter nipple out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And people will lose their fucking mind because it's a quarter nip
Yeah.
as opposed to a full nip. It's interesting. I don't know why. Maybe just a,
Taboo.
yeah.
And it's like what you can't have. And it's like sneaky, and everyone wants what they can't have. That's why no one should come. You don't even want the full nipple. You want the build up.
The quarter com?
You want, they've done so many studies about pleasure and the anticipation of the thing that you're excited about getting is better than getting it. Always.
I don't agree.
You're-
I never agree with that because I
But
always,
it's true.
whenever
They've
I
tracked
come,
our,
feeling when the cum is coming out of my cock is way better than when it was inside my cock. It's just not even close. Maybe
I'm glad we got here at this point in the podcast. I wasn't sure when.
Yeah, it builds up.
Yeah.
What did you want to talk about?
Now it's not fun
Socio-political?
anymore because we already
Excuse
got to
me?
the coming part.
Yeah, that's true.
Socio-political.
Yeah. He
Wait, I could go there.
Thank God or
Big.
not.
I could go
Yeah.
there. You want to know what's going on in China? They're
Yes.
killing Muslims over there for
I
some
know.
reason.
About Kazakhstan, Edge.
They're also freaking acting up for sure.
acting up.
Everyone's acting a fool but these days over there.
So what's your plan today?
My plan? I got a golf lesson at 2:30, and then who knows?
Who the fuck knows? Are you gonna wear that to your golf lesson?
No, I'll probably
There's
throw on
no
another
way.
button now.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way you're walking around with that.
I would.
Did you go to FedEx in that?
No, because I wanted to be respected by that woman that's Hitler.
Right. So you understand the idea of not wanting to wear
Yeah,
a swimsuit
Bill
around Bill Maher.
If Bill Maher saw me in this, oh my God.
I like it, actually.
Thank you. I just don't think the weather should predict how we dress. I feel like when you're in the Midwest, it's like, it's time to look like a fucking lumberjack. This is who you are.
Well, because it keeps you warm.
I know, but there should be warm summer clothes. How about that?
Like that print on a sweater. Like that same print, that Hawaiian print.
I don't know if we should talk about this online because I think we just came across something.
Yeah, a business
What?
idea.
Summer
Summer,
clothes.
winter.
Summer.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Endless Summer.
Yes. Endless summer.
That's actually the
summer winter wear.
a name of a Nikki Glaser.
The
release.
Matt Pond original song.
Oh,
Endless
really?
Summer. Yeah,
Or
it's the one that you know.
What's a
Really?
movie?
Well, it's a lot of things. Endless summer.
yeah.
It's not, he didn't coin the phrase. Hold on. So endless summer wear. I want to understand what you think this is. So it's like a sweatshirt with that print.
Yes.
So the clothing is warm. The print.
Is
You want more?
is warm
there's,
too.
There's prints like that, dude.
On winter
sweatshirts.
clothes?
Yeah, I'll buy you one. I don't think you'll wear it because that is a ridiculous print.
That's because you're seeing it through a very small lens.
Okay.
That's where it is.
Let's
Let's dissect this.
yeah,
I
let's
think you're looking at it as like this
zoom
belongs
out.
in summer.
Okay.
That belongs in winter. Black, sad, earth tone colors.
I wear black in the summer.
Man, now that's a lyric.
Yeah, I wear a wool crop top.
True.
I do like that. That is a thing that I do like is like sweatery crop tops.
Okay.
and that is a weird, but they're not comfortable in the summer because sweater is a heavy material. I'm just saying I like the look of it, but it's not. You wear flowy things in the summer, and that is so that plant that's on your
Yes.
that's a summer plant. Like that's in climates that are warm. That's why it's something that you wear in the winter.
I get that.
Summer.
But why are we not bringing this print? Why are we letting the
Climate
weather
change is going to let us do fucking anything.
Climate change isn't affecting the shirt. This shirt will
sure?
always have a flower on it. It's not going to die.
It looks like it's shrinking.
Sure, we'll have a place in Andrew's closet and heart.
The icebergs.
My tits are getting bigger underneath the iceberg, causing them to collapse. Did you see that rock collapse in Brazil?
No.
These boaters, a whole rock just
Oh, I
fell
thought
on
the
them.
rock collapsed on set. Wait, really? A rock collapsed on a boat?
Yeah.
Killed a bunch of people?
Well,
No.
a couple.
Oh.
Well, several.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's not go there again.
Anya heard that episode with Matt. They were driving in the car and they heard
What did you
the
think?
several
You
episode.
called me. You called.
Oh, that's
me
right.
and
I called
asked
you.
me. It was eye opening for me because I always
That's
thought
right.
several was over the number 5,
Okay.
but under 10. But I just invented that. I guess in the dictionary it says over 2, but maybe less than 10, but not that many. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it actually says 10, but I think it says more than 2, but not that many.
Andrew said it could be hundreds to thousands.
Yeah.
Depending on the increment of time.
Depending.
So several seconds
So
would
several
be
years.
hundreds of
Well, guess
seconds.
what? Years. There's been infinity
doesn't
years.
make any sense.
There's been infinity seconds.
Huh?
What do you mean the increment? You mean the environment that it's happening in, not that because when you go, he walked in space for several minutes. Minutes are an infinite. There's an infinite minutes, so that's not dependent on the time. There's infinite.
I'm saying the time, an hour is 60 minutes.
Okay, but what do you mean? Like no one goes, how many minutes out of an hour is several? No one says that.
Because if it's several hours, right?
Okay.
So let's say 10 hours, that's a long time.
Okay. But no one would say that several hours.
7 hours is a long. I'm saying 10
Okay.
hours is a long time.
Right.
And then if you put it in minutes, if you said that would be 10 times, that'd be 600 minutes.
Okay.
That seems like a very long time.
We don't disagree here.
So then
So where's several coming in?
600 minutes would, to me, 10 minutes would not be several minutes to me.
It wouldn't, because that would be too many minutes to be several.
Yes, that's in your definition, everyone else's. But in my definition, which is the Tommy Bahama
Yeah.
dictionary.
You've got a, parrot head kind of approach to
It's just
life,
written on a
minutes,
wall.
time.
It's just
In
carved.
Margaritaville, we
Yeah.
don't measure things by units.
We measure them by
Feeling.
fluid ounces.
By a sundial, which is right behind the bar, underneath the parrot's head that died in 1987, who used to talk and say, Tweety Bird is here for Jaeger bomb.
Jaeger bombs weren't in 1987. Jaeger
Back
bombs
in
did
the
not
day.
exist. Oh God!
But you get my point. Like several to me, a lot of
but your
minutes.
whole thing about 600
Yes,
and then
that's-
hours, I'm lost.
Yeah, Matt was actually like, I kind of get where he's coming from. He's saying he's like, it is funny, but he goes, I get what he's saying. He's saying if you're talking about a unit of something that has a bunch of little units in it, he's saying that several can't be applied to that, right?
Yes, it can.
Several can be applied to
can
that
be.
if it's a lot.
I lose myself.
But if
If
it's
it's a
10,
lot.
if it's 10 minutes to me before I found out, it's not several. If it's 100 minutes, that's several minutes.
Wait,
I don't understand. What? You lost me
wait,
again.
100 minutes is several minutes?
To me,
Why?
because it's a big number. And it's a small increment.
Wait, what?
So
Can you go-
1,000 seconds, several. What? Okay, now you ready? 10 hours, not several.
Why? Because it's
20
just,
hours, several.
Wait,
Can you just
wait,
define
10
it?
hours is not several and 20 hours is several?
Yes.
Why?
Okay, 10 hours could be several.
Wait, what?
Andrew.
This makes no sense that more would be several.
Wait, what do you mean? 1,000 minutes.
Several is not dependent
No,
on
no,
anything.
I
It's
get that.
always
I
two.
get that.
It's
That's
always
your
more than two.
definition, though.
It's the dictionary's definition.
No, that too.
Dude.
That too.
I guess I'm trying to. We got to figure out what this word is that you are talking about, because it ain't several.
I think it's probably there's got to be something.
Many.
Many. I think we're talking about many.
When I hear many, I think
Several.
several.
Or 20.
Or not 10.
Or 1,000.
Let's take a quick break and come back with more. Andrew.
We'll be back in several minutes.
No.
A couple.
A
Many.
couple.
Oh, a cup. Jesus Christ. We're back. So
We figured it out, I think.
no, we didn't. We're not going to
Yeah,
go on.
yeah, we probably should.
We can't go on.
We can. People are probably losing it, but
Noah.
I think one guy did write me and say there's something in the history about several being used back in the day. I'm not kidding about where my
one
definition.
guy. Okay. Like Chaucer's English. Back in Canterbury Tales.
Yes.
Tales.
Some guy was like,
Okay.
"How long is that knight's armor gonna take?"
You are smart about something sometimes, like really smart.
Mm-hmm.
This one, not. It's not it.
But I think my method is pretty
No,
intelligent. And
you
off
have
the
not
beaten
explained
path.
your method whatsoever. No one gets this method.
You know what I need? Like a Will Hunting to put it up on a board with equations
Yeah,
to break it down for people.
yeah.
Anya,
Great film. Yes.
I do love that.
what's your
film.
favorite movie?
It's not your fault.
Husbands and Wives. Woody Allen. That's
seen that.
right.
Whoa, Edge.
Whoa. Whoa! How could you say
Yeah,
that?
you know he has glasses.
What do you love about that movie, though?
Judy Davis. Incredible performance. So good. She's so watchable. There's a scene where she and her husband is split up. He cheated on her. And she's going on a date with someone new, very reluctantly. And she's like, "Can you excuse me for 1 minute?" And she just goes to call her husband repeatedly and to just bitch him out. And it's the best scene. And you can relate because you're like, don't make the call. You're not in a state of mind to make this call. But it's just so good.
That reminds me of that scene in Friends when Jennifer Aniston is like trying to get over Ross, and she goes on a date, and she gets all drunk. it's such a good scene. And she borrows the guy's cell phone she's on a date with, and she's just and she goes, "Hey Ross, it's Rachel," and she's wanting to get closure because the guy's like, "Sounds like you don't have closure," and she's like, "And
Why did she use
I just
his
want to
phone?
let you know," because she's on this date and the guy's like giving up on this girl who's like just keeps talking about this Ross guy.
I know, but why didn't she use her phone? Because she's a
not,
different number?
Because this is like 1997.
Oh, she doesn't even
and
have
like,
a phone.
I guess he has a phone and she doesn't.
Okay.
I don't know. I just
sorry.
And she goes, and she's like, "And I am over you." And she's like, and the guy is like sitting there and she's talking to the guy like, "Aren't you proud of me doing this?" And she's like, "I am over you." And then she goes, "And that is what we call closure." And she like shuts the phone and then throws it in the like wine kind of bucket, the ice bucket.
Yeah.
And then she leans back and she's like all proud of herself. And then the next morning she's like all hungover at her apartment and she can't really remember anything. You know, you can just tell she's like, oh, and she's laying on the couch and Ross walks in and she gets up. She's just like, "Hi. Oh, hi." And he's just like, "Hey, Rach, do you mind? I got to check my messages. Can I check Monica's phone?" And she's like, "Yeah, go ahead. She's like, "God, last night." And he goes, "Good date last night?" And she's like, "I can't really remember, but yeah. And so he's checking his messages. He's like, and then she walks into her bedroom and he goes, "Oh, Rach, I got a message from you." Oh, no. And then you just see her walk out and go, "Oh no. Oh, no." And then she jumps up on him and she's like, "No, Ross, stop." And she's like running at him and she grabs the phone and he's holding onto it and he's still listening. And she's like, she's wrapped around him like a tree trunk, you know, and she's like climbing up him. And then she takes the phone and she throws it into the sink and he goes, You're over me?" And she goes, "Oh no." Oh, and she starts sliding down him like she's sliding down like a palm tree. She goes, "Oh no. And he's like, When were you under me?" It's such a good line.
That is a good line.
And then it breaks apart everything. It's the best.
Did they hook
scene.
up right then?
No, he's like, and she goes, and he's like, and he can't handle it because he's loved her forever.
Have you ever left a message drunk on some guy's phone?
I've left text messages that I can.
But what about
breathe
voice?
in.
Anything like swinger style?
Oh,
I've done
yeah.
that, like in college with that
Really?
same girl.
Oh, for
like
that
like
girl.
25 messages.
What did
like,
that sound like?
Yeah, just sadness, just complete disaster of like, hey. It starts like, hey, what's, it's like swingers. It really was like when I watched that, I was like,
That was so good. "Hey, Nikki. One more thing, Nikki."
yeah, like, hey, Krista, what's up? It's Andrew. Just seeing where you're at. It's like 11:15. Just checking in. You at the
And then
bar?
it just slides into.
Yeah, and then like cut to 2 hours later. It's like, what the fuck, man? I fucking love you, dude. Why don't you answer your phone? I'm fucking still at the boot. Can you just come by?
At the boot.
I'm with Jeff. And then 2 hours after that, it's just like, fucking, I don't know if you love me anymore.
Oh my god!
And then 2 hours after that, it's like, I'm in jail. I fucking sucked my guy's dick in an alley.
Have you ever done that, Anya?
Emails were my thing.
What?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like preempt. Like that's like.
Embarrassing. But you know what?
You're with a guy that you sent those embarrassing.
Oh
emails
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
You can't
yeah.
unsend an email either.
But man, when I drank, those were bad. A lot of passive aggressive text messages that would progressively go from like, someone I hadn't heard from in months, and I'd be like, "You never gave me a nickname. I want a nickname." And that would be
Wait
like,
a second, where did you get that one from?
Tristan Prettyman and I, she's a songwriter, we used to drink sake together. And then right when we started getting buzzed, we were like, let's play this game. Let's send our exes the same text. And we would send all of our exes, like maybe 6 people, the same text. And whoever wrote back quickest or wittiest was like the winner of our,
Right,
our
it's kind of a
drunken
fun
text.
game.
It
that
was
no
fun.
one knows you're playing.
Except
Yeah.
us two. Yeah.
Now, did it ever lead to more, or the next day, like, oh shit, I'm dating this guy again? Like,
No, it was
No.
always a huge disappointment. And waking up smiting your forehead like, God,
Because let's be
what
honest,
was I
you
doing?
weren't texting exes that you rejected. You were texting exes
Yes.
that probably you wanted to dredge up something again with.
Exactly.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So, and it never dredged up.
No,
though.
if we could get them back, we would have them back.
Yeah, it was always
These things
a
don't work.
futile task.
But that's
what about
such
you?
a funny line to go. Never gave me a nickname. Like,
Yeah,
that's
we were
such
trying
like
to
a-
think of something like what would, and we would even text like guy friends that we hoped something would start up would be like, let's just see if this guy takes the bait.
Yes.
What's your
a-
best nickname you ever gotten from a guy? And what is the best nickname?
Ons. I always liked Ons. That's just a British thing for Anya.
Okay.
But they call me Ganj in high school because I seemed high.
Ganja.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I hated Ganj, but everyone's like, "What's up, Ganj?" I just didn't
Who
like
came
it.
up with that? It's
I
such
like
it's
ganj.
Ganja. A guy
That's
I really
cool.
liked called me Ganja because he was a huge pothead and I seemed high.
And what you Nikki?
Ujis.
Ujis. It means horrible in Russian.
Ujis.
Oh,
Isn't that a
nickname
great
you
word?
had?
She taught me that word yesterday. Ujis.
Yeah, it sounds
And
like
dinner is
gorgeous
ujin.
but wet,
Ujis.
doesn't it?
Gorgeous but wet.
Yeah, oogis.
Oh, she's like oozing wet.
Yeah,
like
she's oozing
oogis.
wetness.
Andrew's getting hard.
What's your best nickname, Nick?
This kid in 5th grade used to call me Nickel Pickle Pearl. I don't know what it was, but he was just like, his name was John Jordan, I believe.
That's a cool name,
And
actually.
he was like, Nickel Pickle Pearl. And I just loved it.
That's the best
was
nickname
so
I've
cute.
ever heard.
Yeah,
Nickel
that's
Pickle Pearl.
very southern
Yeah.
from John Jordan.
He was just this like a little black kid who just like took a shine to me and was just and I didn't think I was worthy of a nickname back then. It was very cool.
Yeah, I've never felt worthy of a nickname.
Did you ever get one?
I got one in high school.
Drewski?
Ace.
Ace. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
By
very
girls
cool.
that wanted Ritalin from me. So I don't know.
okay.
How did? Oh, you had access to it for your.
I had ADD
ADD.
and I wouldn't take it because I couldn't eat. And then I'd be tired for sports. So girls knew I had it in my front pocket.
Oh my god.
And they could like smell it out and they would chase me down the hall. Hey, Ace, let me
Oh my
get.
god, did you feel cool?
No, I felt like such a loser. Because I felt like a drug dealer that didn't make any money. What a loser that is. Fucking. I'm Jewish and I'm not even turning this into a return. I probably could have sold them for 40. I mean, these girls drove BMWs to school.
Oh yeah, they would have given you money for it, and then they would have respected you for like having
Yeah,
boundaries.
yeah.
You
As
know?
opposed to like, please take my drugs.
So it was like an.
I can't eat, and I want to be strong for sport.
Where I'm not even starting.
Oh my god.
Yeah, every day. Ritalin in a little tinfoil thing. And I
Yeah.
would fake take it in front of my mom.
Wait. Oh, so your mom would watch you take it?
She was around. She,
Yeah.
You
In
know,
the next room.
she probably had, yeah.
You're the only person I know that avoided taking Ritalin.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it made you not eat.
Yeah.
Most of those girls were doing it so they wouldn't eat.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. I bet you though a lot of people didn't take it because it made you feel like a fucking robot.
No, I read it all the time. That
Yeah.
People don't used to take it, right? Anya?
Yeah, Adderall. Generic Adderall.
In high school?
I don't
No.
understand why people
generic?
don't
What's
take
the-
it because it makes you feel
Cheaper?
amazing.
Because I think the drug that you take currently is different than.
I've taken Adderall and Ritalin. They are more. There's a different, but I would take any of it,
Now?
and not because I'm addicted to it, but because like I'm gonna get stuff done. I'm gonna be more present. I'm gonna be more excited about life. I'm gonna be happy. Maybe that means it just works
I
for
wasn't
me. But
happier.
like, why do people not take it all the time?
I was sadder.
Yeah, it didn't make me happy. It made me
Were you
more
abusing
zombie.
it though?
No, I just should never have been taking it.
Why did you like it then?
I liked it the first time I did it, and never again.
Man.
The other
I liked it. I would do like an
70 times I took it.
all-nighter or like write a paper. Like
you
it
didn't
did
like
allow
the
me to.
feeling.
No, I would be like chattery teeth till 4 a.m, being like, "I
Yeah.
gotta get this done."
Noah?
Granted, I took it at times.
You're not
when-
an addict,
Have you ever
It's
done it,
in
Noah?
me.
really?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Oh yeah.
Where? Which part?
When did you?
My knee.
When did you take it, Noah?
I took it. I had a lot of work to do, and my ex had them, so he gave it to me, and it was. I felt like I was like on another like plane, like
Did
like
you
in a
feel
different
happy?
dimension. I didn't feel happy. I just felt like, just like work mode, get things done, and like I don't know. I felt like my brain was just like in overdrive.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny to take a drug like that. You see the movie like Limitless, where it's like I could do anything, but it's funny to just still be dumb, but then feel like you can do a lot. Of things.
Like you're doing the Goodwill Hunting chalkboard, but
it
it's
makes-
stick figures. It's just like it's just you writing out like Sublime lyrics.
Mucho gusto, me
Me
llamo
llamo Bradley, but you spell
But I
it like
changed it to
phonetically.
Andrew. Yeah, I'm like, whoa. This is wild, dude. That is so funny.
I told you about the time that I took that sleeping pill. What is it called?
Ambion.
Ambiom. It's
Gandon.
French. And I was on the plane and I was like, oh my God, I had all these song ideas and they were brilliant. And I was watching Californication on the plane and writing songs. I was like, I'm getting so much done watching this show and writing all these lyrics. And then I got home the next day and was like, I got to check those out. And it was just a notebook full of kaleidoscope designs with some dialogue from Californication written
Oh
in,
my God.
like diagonally.
You sound like those spider webs. There's actually in the studio we're working in, they have the thing that I see all the time on Reddit where it's like they show spiders that are on different drugs and the webs that they make.
Oh, really?
It's in the studio that we're recording these songs. They have it on the wall. That's so weird. But it's
Spiders
like,
actually are on drugs?
yeah, they like make spiders like high on marijuana, high on
Oh.
LSD, and it shows the webs that they make and how different you like art is to a spider, you know. But it's just, I realize like on Ritalin and stuff like that. I'll do a B like I'll get a B- paper done, lickety split.
Yes.
You know, like it will be or a B, let's say. But if I were to actually not do it, I would still wait to the last second, which I always do, and it would be an A, but it would take 6 times as long. It would be so not fun.
Wait, so the grade would be higher?
Yes. But if you get on Ritalin, you get it done faster. You have fun doing it, and you feel like you're doing an A. But it is a B.
Oh, interesting.
But if you do an A thing, it's like last night I was watching my special, watching the new cut, and I was like, I don't know if it's an A. And, you know, my partner, we've seen it a million times. We were both like, it might not be an A. And I was like, I was about to start crying because I was like, this is like the worst feeling in the world. And I was like, not everything has to be an A. For this to be an A, I would have killed myself. It would like,
Yeah.
and everything else in my life would have suffered. Something would be bad right now. This is, and some might interpret this as I don't know what
That's
an
the
A
other
is.
thing, too.
I don't know how they're grading.
And you've watched it a lot.
Yes, and I have felt like it was an A before when I was on Ritalin, editing it, and I
But
thought
then that might be a B.
Right, exactly. I don't know anymore. I'm not objective anymore.
Have
Yeah.
you ever listened to people on coke? And
Yeah,
you've been
yeah.
sober? You're
Oh.
like, oh my God, these people are out of touch.
I never know when people are on coke.
Really?
No,
I
I've never
remember-
known.
That's because you talk like you're on coke.
I know. I know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I really
No,
do
it's
talk very
fun.
fast.
They think all their
You
ideas
slowed
are
it up
great.
a little bit, actually. Huh?
They think all their ideas are amazing.
Oh, on coke? Yeah. It's the most annoying thing ever. They just think they're brilliant. Like, they have all these point of views all of a sudden. And it's like, what? Like,
Do you
never
remember
even heard
being on
these-
coke and feeling that way?
For me, coke was just
Limp
feeling
arm.
I just felt sexy as hell.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
I felt like a fucking, like, Antonio Banderas just walked on the dance floor. But meanwhile, if you were looking at me sober, you were like, this guy is just talking to the wall, sweating with blood coming out of his nose.
Oh, my God.
But I'm just like, I don't know, it's Antonio's here.
I have felt that way when I'm drunk. You look in the mirror and you're like, oh my God, I'm so fucking sexy.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting because it's a chemical that's doing something to your brain that your brain is capable of feeling all the
Yes.
time.
Yes.
So like, you know, the weather today, you're going to be in a better mood because it's like birds are chirping. It's like nice outside. But you're capable of feeling that way in cold. Like the weather's not changing your brain in a way. It's just, it's
You can
weird.
get to that state. It's just harder. Like you said, like Ritalin gets you there. We want to get there quicker. Like whatever that
Yes.
feeling of dopamine, we got to get there.
Euphoria.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so you get there through 4 fucking Jaeger bombs as opposed to 4 years of meditation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like several over several.
It totally is. I got the micro needling yesterday, and I got a little lip injection, and I got a little like under eye stuff.
Yeah.
And like when you first get it done, you can just see the results. And I looked like beaten up, like with my skin pigment because of the micro needling. But the filler and stuff, you
There's
can just
no swelling yet.
There's no swelling yet, so
can
you just see
how
what it
you'll
looks
look
like.
Oh,
in
interesting.
4 days. You're like, oh, wow.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
Damn.
it looked good. And then today I woke up and I looked like I was beaten severely in my sleep. But leaving the place, I was just like, it felt the same as like you get a new haircut or something. Like you just feel literally more deserving of love. You're just like, I'm pretty. Like, there's.
Then going through the 4 date, does that spoil it for you, or knowing that there's light at the end of the tunnel?
No, it's kind of fun because it's like, oh my God, every day I wake up, I'm going to be able to see. And it's so subtle. Like, I got they only put stuff on my lips because they did my under eyes. And it's so weird. They put a cannula, they inject a cannula into your cheek.
What's a cannula? Is
It's
that
like a
filler?
It's like something that doesn't it's not a needle, it's a blunt end, so it doesn't damage the tissue or like the underneath muscles or anything. So they shot it through my cheek, and then the needle went through the cannula into my under eye, and then they squirt. I could hear it go.
And you're awake for that?
I saw it happen. I was there, and
It's not even
did you
sharp?
know?
I don't
Can I
understand.
tell you what happened?
What?
So there was a huge pool, like just a huge thing of blood that just went. When they did this, it just goes all the way down, and they caught it on each cheek, like a
It was
lot
like
of
I was
blood.
tearing blood
Yes.
down my cheeks. Yeah.
It was gnar.
And I got
Price
the
of beauty.
microneedling. Did you when you got microneedling, did they take your blood out and then like rub your blood into your face?
Oh, I didn't do that one.
PRP.
Yeah,
I did it with
PRP.
serum, but
It's so crazy that
I loved it.
You gotta
Yeah,
go
but
through
was your
that.
face like beat up for how long? Because my face looks insane today. Like I put on a little bit of cover up, so you can't really tell, but it's bad.
I look like I had been in the sun for like 100 several hours.
Yes,
Burned.
100.
So yeah.
So 120.
But the after was
10 to
great.
10.
I was really happy with it, and I think you will be too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was really fun, and shout out to Nyack Plastic Surgery up in St. Louis.
It's interesting that you have to that someone figured it out that you have to beat the shit out of your face to make it look perfect. It's
Yeah,
like
you
a
damage
diamond
it
kind of
to-
thing. Like going through coal to get to a I don't know. It's just interesting that
Yes.
I don't know. It's just
Yeah, why
wild.
did it take
Last
so
night
long?
I saw
It's
Chris,
like
though.
breaking your arm to make your arm
Yes.
stronger. It's just interesting.
That's the thing
It's the
that
collagen.
pisses me off is that it just
Yeah.
seems like microneedling just came around in the last decade, I feel like. And that is the smartest way to regenerate collagen.
Is to wound.
Yes, like tiny wounds.
But we laugh at
But I would wonder why sunburn doesn't do that. You know what I mean? Because I think that damages it as opposed to just hurting it.
It's all about the underneath layers of skin. I think damaging the underneath is important.
Well, I'm obsessed with warts. And so if someone wants to
right.
give me their wart, I do know that there is a technique called needling for warts to help them. And if you have a wart, if you just stab it a bunch of times with a needle, like literally they make it pulp. Like they just stab
Yeah.
it. It's like they're like, and then
like
his doctor
your
stab it. And so
sex
the
toy.
body goes, because the warts are really sneaky and your immune system doesn't know what they are. They kind of like hide out and they get to grow and your immune system's just like, that's cool. Because it stays on the top layer of skin and it doesn't really cause your body to like go fight it. And that's why they grow. And if you stab it with a needle a bunch of times, it starts bleeding and it's like, something traumatic's happening down there. Your body's immune system goes, what the fuck's going on down there? And then it sends help and then the wart can heal. And so it's kind of a similar thing for your face, I think. But I did get my lips done. And I wasn't planning on it. I usually just get Botox to do a lip flip. And I got them done. And so they're really like luscious right now because
they
they're
didn't
swollen.
put any filler in your lips, though.
They did.
They did?
Yeah, because they had some left over from my eyes.
Oh.
And she was like, you have a little bit left. And I was like, so little.
But they didn't do the bottom, right?
No, they did a little bit at
Oh,
the
you
bottom.
can barely tell.
But last night it was like swelling up as I was hanging out with Chris and he was just like, again, I put like I was like, oh, I got microneedling. I didn't tell him all the stuff I got done because it's who he doesn't need to know. And I was like putting a can on my lips, like a stevia can on my lips. He was like, wait, did you get your lips done? And I was like, yes. And he was just like, I thought something. And he was like, wait, so is it going to like be like that? And I was like, no, it's going to go down. I was like, I swear to you, she even told me like, they're going to swell. You're going to think it's too much, but I promise you it's not going to be that way. And I was like, do you like these DSLs? And he was just like, get away. Like, I just looked insane. My face was
Yeah.
burnt. My eyes were puffing up. I looked like I got stung by bees. Like, I was the opposite of hot. And he's just like, he's seen me in some grisly
Conditions.
scenarios after some face stuff. And so it was
I think
fun.
he knows in 4 days it's gonna look amazing, so he can wait it out. He
I
can be
think
patient.
he does. I think he was just like, don't do this. You don't need to do this. And he's like, are you doing it for F-Boy? I'm like, kinda. I'm gonna be on TV.
Yeah.
And, I
mean-
don't know. I've done it before, so I get very minimal done. And so.
But here's my question. When you get a lot of minimal, does it equal maximum eventually? Will it be... You know what I'm saying? See, like I think a
Sure.
lot of times, like we tell ourselves, it's like a little microdose.
Like, can you overdo it?
Can you overdo it while
Yeah.
doing a minimal?
Yeah,
Like,
everyone
well,
that looks like a cat did not mean to do that.
unless they wanted the cat. But
Yeah, unless they love kikis. But no,
that's what
I
I'm
think-
saying. So nowadays, I feel like with technology and stuff, you could do minimal. Like back in the day,
And
my
you could
mom
get
got a
filler, take it out.
facelift, and she looked like she got literally ran over by like 19 fucking trucks. Like she was like coming out of the room like from Arrested
Black and
Development.
br-
Yeah,
black
we
and
have to
blue.
honor the women that paved the way for us.
Yeah, who gave up their faces for you to
for us to
minimal.
have micro
But did it
needle.
look good when she was done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. And my
Could you tell the
grandma got
difference?
it too. It's just it's interesting when older people get it because then it's like their tits are here, but their face is here. So it's like it's a balance of.
It's just going to keep getting better and better, too. Let's get to the news.
You heard it here first. Yeah, you heard it here first.
Oh man, it's Wednesday, folks. You know what that means? Bob Saget died.
Jesus Christ.
Just kidding.
That's
it's
our
Wednesday.
new joke.
Yeah, it's our new joke. It's probably no one likes it except for
No.
us two, and Bob hated it. Hope you're having all the swells.
Yeah.
All right. A dying 57-year-old Maryland handyman
Okay.
is the first person in the world to receive a heart transplant
From a pig.
He's doing well after the risky procedure. The only side effects is he's rolling in mud and he's eating mafia dead bodies that they kill.
I can't believe the journalist wrote he's eating mafia dead bodies.
That he
because that
killed.
doesn't-
Yeah, he
that
got. I know this journalist is very similar to someone else. But yes, that was a joke that I told Noah yesterday. We laughed and I fucked it up today.
No,
All
it's
right.
good. I like
Yeah.
it.
So how do we feel about that? So this guy.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean they've been
Wait,
using
hold
pig
on.
valves already.
Is it
Sorry,
cool?
go
'Cause
ahead.
It's a genetically modified pig. They genetically modified the pig to give, to have this kind of heart so that the human doesn't reject it in the transplant.
Ooh,
There's like 3
gotcha.
things they have to change in a pig heart.
It's
for
nice
a-
that they're using GMOs for like good stuff and not just to make our food taste.
Yeah, just so
be-
our pig isn't bigger to eat. Our ham isn't
I mean, I
bigger.
don't really understand what GMOs are. I just know they're bad. But it's
GMOs.
so they made the pig grow kind of a heart that was good enough to.
So pig.
Why don't they do this all the time?
Well, this is a new.
Might
thing.
pave
I
the
mean,
way
it's
for
kind
that.
of. Yeah.
And why isn't this like on like the biggest news ever?
It was on USA Today. It was.
It's on Andrew's news segment.
That's true. We do have all the latest.
Well, they've been
breaking
using
news.
pig valves. So, but now they're using the whole pig. The guy, the reason why he got it is he was up for a heart transplant, but he
Mm-hmm.
didn't do anything the doctor wanted him to do. So they were like,
They were
"All
like,
right,
you know
fuck
what?
it,
We'll,
might as well just
if-
give him
we're
the-
not giving you a human one because that could go to someone that will actually treat it
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
And change their diet. We'll give you this pig one. I like it. If they offered it to me, I'd say, do you have a tofu heart? And
an impossible pig heart."
yeah.
I think it's knowing my mother who needed a lung and she wasn't able to get it. Like the way to get on the transplant list is like you have to be healthy enough to handle it and sick enough to get it. So it's like almost impossible to be on the list. It's like it's really hard. So now if whatever. Like I think it's unbelievable.
Your mom
if
could
this
get pig lungs.
It'd be unbelievable. Yeah.
That would be so cool.
What if she were really rich or really famous? Did those people get bumped up?
I mean,
I think
sure.
absolutely they
Yes.
do. But
Messed up.
honestly, I don't think so because your family has some money, brah.
Money wasn't an issue.
Right. So
But-
if it would have been,
But
like,
we're
if
also
money
not
could
going
pay
to
for
buy
it.
a hospital. Like, I think there is a level of money, but you still need to want to accept a lung and like dude, it's fucking insane what you have to do after getting lung surgery and the chances of it. The reason why they don't want to give it to someone is because they don't want you to die and then them to either get sued or
Right.
to be like, oh, only 98% of our patients worked for it.
It's all
it's
going
all
towards the
percentage.
statistics.
Yes.
That they, it's their Yelp review afterwards.
Exactly.
Like, are you going to take care of this because you're going to it's like when I think Abercrombie told the Jersey Shore people, like, they paid them to not wear their stuff because they're like, you're hurting our brand. So if we give a lung to someone who's going to die right away, you're hurting our brand as this clinic that
it has nothing to do with like them personally. Like, I mean, everyone should get one if in that case of like, hey, we don't care if our rating's 3% as long as we give you a fighting chance.
Do they consider like the good you're going to do in the world? Like afterwards, like maybe if you were you know what, I just started this organization that saves, children.
Orphans, yeah.
And then you're like, well, I guess we'll have to close our doors if I don't get this heart.
Yeah, pretty much. I think you might have some leverage there, but I don't know. I think like this guy, pigs live to 20 years old. The pig was 1 year old when they gave him the heart.
Okay,
so I wonder if the pig heart will last 20 years.
Huh. Pigs live to 20?
Yeah.
Well, not most pigs that we have. I bet they live to 3 at the most.
Remember when they made an ear, like a human ear, but it grew on a rat or something?
Like a mouse's back.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a photo of this. Like, this is probably a dumb question. Did they use the pig's heart, or did the pig grow another heart on his back?
Right. No, I think they used that pig's heart.
They used that pig's heart. Now, there was a thing like 20 years ago, a baby got a baboon's heart, then died a month later and grew a weird ass.
Did you guys read that article about the trans person that had been waiting forever for their penis to
get a new penis?
Yeah, and then they finally had the penis constructed, and they were so scared because very often the penis doesn't take, like it dies. And it was, I never knew that, but it's the same thing like with an organ. You have to hope that it takes.
Yeah, like your body doesn't go, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, my fucking dick rejects me all the time.
Yeah, you've got a dead dick.
Yeah, I have a dead pig.
You should
dick.
just tell Brenna that,
I have
hey
a piglet
babe,
tail dick.
It's a transplant, and it's,
Yeah.
I never told you this, and you just like draw stitch marks around the base of it.
Yeah, I got this dick from a fucking gerbil when I was 7.
It grew
and
on
it
its
never
back.
grew. I grew around it.
It's really interesting, trans surgery. Like, I always heard that it's easier to dig a hole than build a pole.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is gnarly. They did a skin graft from the right thigh, and like half the quadricep is gone.
Now, why not use a cadaver cock?
I don't know. I like how you say cadaver, though.
How do you say it?
You said it like endeavor.
Cadaver. And it's a real endeavor.
I remember there was some guy that had.
What you need is a dead guy's cock who died hard.
My uncle
and then-
TV chopped off his finger one
Okay.
time, like the end of his finger, and they sewed it to get the skin. They sewed it into his palm, so he was
Yes.
always doing like
Whoa.
rock and roll, until the finger got the skin
I mean,
from
that's
his thing.
fucking wild.
And then he was.
Amazing.
Have you ever had a cut on your finger and you just use super glue and you just push it together?
Yes.
It truly works.
Yeah. Yeah.
The body's amazing, as I think what is the point of your episode today. The resiliency of the body. It's incredible.
It
yeah,
is.
the bounce back of it. Yeah, it is fucking wild.
Your face has already bounced back. There's no evidence of any weirdness.
Well,
Dude.
we always I can't believe a lizard can grow.
My eye, it looks like I've eaten a lot of sodium. My eyes.
It's almost totally
Wait,
down.
did you put makeup on the
telling-
bottom, or is that just black and blue? Because if it's black and blue, you should bottle that because it looks great.
What do you mean, black and blue?
Like underneath your eyelid.
No, it's puffy here, but yeah,
What is it? Did you put eyeliner on them?
No, maybe there might be some runoff from my makeup or something.
Oh, yeah, makeup.
Maybe is there black and blue?
Oh, you have a
No.
tiny bit of eyeliner.
Oh, it might be
Oh, it's
mascara
eyeliner.
from
Oh.
yesterday.
Okay.
But yeah, they filled in this, and I've been not wanting to get it, but I can feel it. Like, it was always so hollow there, and now I'm so excited to like. It looks like you have a good night's sleep, when it's done.
Do you know
We'll
what
see.
those are called, Andrew? These areas? They're called tear troughs.
Oh yeah, tear troughs. That sounds like what a pig eats out of.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
it's
it
crying. Let's get to the next.
It'd be funny
news.
to just feed a pig like asparagus and like have it on like an all veggie diet so it could be a healthy heart for a human.
Yeah,
I think they do eat fruits and veggies.
yeah. Pigs do not eat mafia
Meat.
kill
They don't eat
people.
bacon.
How did you say it?
Killed people, mafia killed
Dead
people.
mafia.
Yeah,
All right.
dead mafia meat.
All right. Well, speaking of meat, Uncut Gems actress Julia Fox
Oh God.
and rapper Kanye West. are
She
confirmed.
wrote this insane
Back in the
like,
day, yeah.
blog for what magazine was it? There's some
Interview?
interview.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I think
interview.
it was.
Yep.
And she wrote this insane blog that reads like a diary entry of a 5th grader. I mean, this girl is really dumb.
Yeah.
And no offense to her, she's beautiful, and not everyone gets a great education or cares about being able to be a good writer, but it's so bad, and I don't understand why it exists, what it is. Can we read it? Do you have it there?
It just talks about I'm gonna miss Keeping Up. I've been watching Keeping Up.
Wait, she wrote that? She wrote about keeping
That
up
was
with
on
the
her
Joneses?
podcast. Andrew didn't finish the headline.
This is what the article
Oh,
is
what
about.
is-
I
sorry,
didn't know
what is
about
it?
this. So this is about how she was obsessed with Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh my
How she
God.
never wants it to end. How it was such a part of her childhood. All this shit, that she's a diehard fan. And now she's, dating Kanye, who dated Kim. But I mean, I think a lot of people probably had that story. So it's a coincidence for sure.
There was some article recently about people who ended up dating the people that they once said was like a crush of theirs.
Yeah, it's like The Secret, I guess.
Katie Holmes had once said, in a 17 magazine that Tom Cruise was her like number one. And then there was like, oh God, there was someone else recently that was like, oh, that's a really cute story.
I knew a girl who was 15 and obsessed with the singer of a band and then ended up marrying him years later. And I was like, that's creepy.
It's always like a young girl being like, I'd love to date this old guy. And the old guy's like, huh? Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
I know I'm
Really?
37 now and you're married, but
Holla.
Throw it out
I have
there.
a boyfriend, kind of. But listen, I'm sure he'd understand.
Betty White, I got you.
Yeah, I like,
I'll have sex with her.
but that's the thing. Like,
Cadaver.
that was why I wanted to be famous, was because I wanted to be able to
Date Dave
pursue
Matthews. Yeah.
Pacey and Dave Matthews, like not even and be friends with Jennifer Aniston. Like I wanted that it bothered me that those people exist, but I don't have access to them. And now I do. And turns
How is
out
it?
I'm living in St. Louis, and all my friends are not super duper famous, and it feels better that way.
Yeah.
It'd be, I
It's
think
on-
it's a pretty fickle
I'm going to
life.
Bob's funeral.
You are?
Yeah, and on Friday, and I'm just flying for the day. And I was just telling Anya, like, I am like, there's a part of me that's dreading going because there's so like I get kind of anxiety around celebrities and like, I don't know, it's a lot of like, just there's a lot. Who cares? Like I'm going because Bob would go to mine, and it's
Yes.
great. I'll get to hear great stories, and I honestly know it will be very therapeutic. But the only person I would want to see is Bob Saget. That's
Yeah.
gonna be there,
Are you
and
doing
he's gonna
time?
be no, I'm not doing time. But he's gonna be busy. He's gonna be. He's
I mean, it's going to be wild. I think
He'll be
like,
there.
it's weird when you go to funerals because it doesn't really feel real until you fucking see the body. And then you're like, what the like this person's dead. Like it just, I don't know. It
I
hits
know.
different. Like,
Yeah, it gives you closure.
I guess it really fucks with your
No,
brain.
I know.
Yeah, I don't like it. I feel like I can do without the closure.
Well, I've always said funerals are the only thing you could skip of someone's, and they won't be mad at you because they don't exist. But I usually go to funerals if I go, you know what, that person would go to mine, and I know Bob would go to mine. I know he would,
I like a funeral. I don't need to see the body.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I saw
seeing
my
his
grandpa's body. I'm
beautiful
like, I don't
face.
even know if
It looks weird. It doesn't look like
yeah.
them.
he was also in like all like skater gear.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I just think the idea of putting my grandpa in
He has
like,
his cap on
yeah,
sideways,
he's like-
Are you guys?
he died like this.
hang loose.
Yeah, my grandpa's like, fuck, dude.
Oh, Luigi.
I had a friend die. He was freaking. He overdosed when he was, and like the funeral was all people on drugs, and like the person that talked was like, dude, fucking Dan always charged it. And he fucking, dude, he was always at a party. He was always the dude always up to the latest. And fucking anytime we were fucking wakeboarding.
You're just listening to this guy.
I'm like,
It's
this
like
is
your joke
why
about
he's dead. This is,
I forgot about wakeboarding. Oh God.
yeah, Parks Bonifay. That's
when
the guy's
you
name that I know.
when people
from
die in your
wakeboarding.
life, I just actually had an exchange with Bob's wife on Instagram, which I was like, I get really nervous reaching out to people who are closest of kin
Yeah,
to
of
people who
course.
have died, because it's just like I just don't feel like I can ever say the right thing. I don't. They don't want to hear my sympathy. I can't understand what they're going through, but I did it because
But it goes back to the thing of like everyone's doing it. so I shouldn't do it. And then maybe some people aren't doing it because they think that same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just feel like I just don't.
Anya just smelled Luigi and
I was like, what is that smell? Oh,
I know he's stinky.
He smells bad.
I know I have to wash him. It's not going to happen
Like,
today.
my hand smells like poop.
Oh, you smell like poop.
It's just a doggy smell.
Do you guys like what's been the most significant like death in your life?
from celebrity standpoint, or
No,
just
no,
in
no,
life?
just like anyone. Because I was thinking about it, and I think this is the saddest I've ever been about someone's death. And how lucky I am to like.
I think
you
the
know,
younger they
that's-
are, even if they aren't closer to you, it impacts you because you think of your own mortality, I guess. I literally had a friend die yesterday
You did?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
from college. We weren't that close. He was a year above me in my fraternity.
Right.
He was a writer. He wrote this movie, fuck, I feel like an asshole.
It's okay.
You'll think of it.
Yeah, but like, he was such a party animal in college. But like, just thinking about, but I don't know.
How
now
did he
I'm-
die?
We don't know yet. I just found out. Like,
I'm sorry.
yeah. I mean, I'm
What's
not.
his
I
name?
wouldn't. Brandon Murphy, and he. I mean, also, I don't have complete confirmation that he's dead.
Oh,
but
right. Maybe it was
He
one of the
faked his
things
own
like
death
like
or
when
something?
people thought you died.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
why we.
Oh my God. I forgot about that.
yeah. That was wild.
But do you guys like? I mean, I think
My friend Romy.
yeah, Romy. I think was for you.
Yeah,
A
she
rough
was
one.
my best friend like 15 years ago for like a good 8 years, and
Fuck.
she started going through rough times, and at a certain point I was like, I gotta cut her off because she's clearly like she was just burning all these bridges, and we were fighting all the time, and I was like, you're not in your right mind. You need to like get your shit sorted out, and she did, and then we kind of never got back to normal. We were like acquaintances, and I really missed her. And then for years we were out of touch, and nobody knew where she was. And then she met a terrible end alone. And in a way, all of us were like, I guess she's better off. But it's never felt. I never got to go to a funeral. I never got to be there in the hospital at the end when things were getting really bad. And yeah, it's always like I have a lump in my throat about it. That's the one that hit me the hardest.
Do you like looking at pictures and going through video and like do you like revisiting it? Because I'm having a really hard time. Like I did today was the
Yes.
first day that I looked at our text exchange and like
I
Well,
wish I had more. I wish.
I hate going
wish
through
I
that
had
stuff.
her. She had a laugh. Romy had the best laugh. And the thing is, Heather McMahon sounds exactly like Romy sometimes.
That's
and
nice.
they talk the same. They're the same vibe of like, you know what? I'll fucking like they have the
Yeah.
same almost like southern, like I don't know what it is, but they were feisty. So I listen to Heather McMahon a lot because I'm like, that reminds me of Romy. Like the same reactions to shit. It's weird.
I was thinking about, though, you were talking about it yesterday about how, like, when a celebrity dies, you hear about it 1,000 or thousands of times. It's
Yeah,
everywhere.
everywhere.
This guy died. He was a writer. He wrote a movie that, again, I can't remember the name of it, but like he wasn't like a nobody per se. You can't find it on the internet. Like you would have to like literally search out his death.
Yeah.
So it's like a different kind of thing because one is like completely in your face.
and the other one it's like no one knows this person. That's why I wanted you to say his name because it's like
Yeah.
when people die we just like stop saying their name and then they just disappear. It's like my friend who killed himself in high school, it was before the age of the internet and everyone having Facebook, or it was before MySpace, it was before everything. And you Google his name and there's like 2 things that come up and I'm like, this is a person that like, God, I just want more of them. So I try to always say, David Kennecker, just to like keep
Yeah.
it in the air, like keep
Yes.
the ball up in the air. Like,
Well, this guy was like, I can't even describe how creative, even though he was an absolute nutcase in college.
I love how you can't describe it because you're not as creative. You're like,
Yeah, but if I took a Ritalin, I also couldn't. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is the name of the
Hitman-
movie I made up. No, that's the movie that he wrote.
Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
Like he did this thing, like this will be an example of what he did. He took his whole room in the fraternity house and put it outside the bar, exactly set up like it was in his room. Like at night. Like this was like the kind of like
Yeah.
crazy, like he was the one that drove around the pledge, like people that wanted to pledge for fraternity, and any RAV4 he gave him a baseball bat and said, you have to knock the window out because he hated RAV4s. Like one time he was driving, he was throwing up.
Sounds like a great person. I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm
no,
kidding.
no. I know. They're all like horrible
No,
stories, but they're also like what made him so unique and fun
Yes.
and crazy to have the mind
Yes.
to be so creative in a way. I don't know. He was
Brandon Murphy.
Brandon Murphy.
Rest in peace.
Brandon
We'll be
Murphy.
back with a more show right after this. All right, we're back. Let's play Wednesday's wild card game. Literally wild cards. We love it. It's Answer the Internet. It's the Barstool sports game of kind of would you rather questions that we say when kind of talking like this because they're cool. And by the way, this game, I played this game. Bob wasn't there, but he was. I had these cards with me the last time I saw Bob. I don't know why that matters, but it just reminded me that I played this game with. We were waiting for Bob to show up at this place that he met us.
In Milwaukee?
Yeah, I was in Milwaukee. I didn't have any Bob stories. People keep asking me for Bob stories, and I don't have any like stories because we just talked on the phone. We talked at clubs. We did television shows together.
Yeah.
There were not like places for stories to happen. And I just, the story is he made me feel loved and I loved him. Like, and he made me laugh. But all of his jokes were like, I don't remember jokes specifically.
Because they were also quick, like quips.
Yeah, but I came up with a good story by talking to Anya about it yesterday that is going to be in the LA Times piece coming up. So I'll link that on things. And the song I wrote about him is going to be out probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll be able to debut it on this show, I think.
A rough mix.
Yeah.
You might
Anya,
have
do you
to
think
sue
you can come back
yourself.
for this?
Sure.
Okay, sweet.
Forever, Anya? Move here, please.
I
Come
know,
on, baby.
Anya, please fucking move
Very
to St. Louis.
tempting.
It is very
Honestly,
tempting.
why not?
If I could live in that building where I live.
There
Yeah,
we go.
we'll look into the rates. All right, let's play Answer the Internet.
Here we go. Yeah, let's fucking do it, man.
Okay.
All right.
Would you rather
I don't know.
prematurely come in your pants before sex or start crying mid-sex?
Whoa, dude. Well, I do both all the time.
Yeah, so if you guys...
I'd rather premature cry while I come in my own face.
Yeah, that's
Whoa. What about you, Anya?
Do I have to talk like that?
Yeah.
This is so patriarchal bullshit.
This game is made under the assumption that women can't read or
Right,
something.
right,
Or
right.
that women can't enjoy
Like
fun.
this isn't a
Stop being
question
a
for a woman.
buzzkill.
No, there's these questions...
Am I a dude when I'm answering this?
says
No, you're a
nothing.
badass bitch that
I'd
likes to
rather
play beer
kill
pong.
myself than cry, so fuck that.
Hell yeah, dude.
Exactly. Crying is like such a pussy We need to do fake questions too because for a while we were doing these questions in Cabo with me and my girlfriends on one trip. That's where I broke this game out, and it was so much fun because it's like, would you rather?
What's that?
Would you rather take? Wait, hold on. Would you rather your friends make fun of your small dick or go to therapy?
Oh man,
like-
well,
it was
I
always
think
like-
if one happened before the other, you know what I would do? I would suck my therapist's dick and say, "Man, that's big."
Yeah. Okay, but seriously, I would rather prematurely come, even though crying during sex is not something I mind doing because it means it was so good and so connected.
It also gets your pussy wetter.
But also, I can come a bunch of times, and usually the best orgasms follow the first one. So I'd love to prematurely come.
Are you ready for this?
Yes, good answer.
You ready for this one?
Yeah.
Fucking, are you really though?
Hell yeah.
Okay. You bang a slump buster.
Huh?
It's another word for a whore, apparently.
No, it's another word for a girl that like brings you out of. You just take whatever you can get to break you out of a slump of not
Oh,
fucking.
shit.
So
Oh
you
my
just take like the girl at the
gosh.
bar that no one wants, just to end your streak of no pussy.
Okay. Take
Yeah.
a slump buster or
Oh, and she borrows your favorite shirt for the walk home. Do you A, let the shirt go? B, bang her again to get it back?
Why not C, ask it for it back?
That's not part of the answers.
That would take communication and boundaries.
Yeah.
Definitely A, because I never want to see that hoe again.
Hell yeah.
And I never want to see that shirt again because she
there's-
wore it.
Yeah, she wore
So you're
it.
going to be working in finance and you're going to get a job at JP Morgan and buy as many shirts as you want without that slump buster.
What's your favorite shirt, Andrew?
The one I'm fucking wearing there.
That shirt is a slump buster.
That is true. That's what they call my fat tits underneath it.
Okay.
Slump busters.
Okay, this is honestly like one you could make up for this game.
Okay.
If you
Yeah.
could fuck any girl you want
I
for
would.
the rest of your life,
Oh.
but you could only ever watch women's sports, would you do it?
Honestly, probably not. Because
Yeah.
fucking, have you ever seen a woman do a layup? Boo-hoo, bitch.
God, this is under the pretense that, first of all, men only can enjoy men's sports. Women's sports are awful to watch. And this is for single men, too, because no man is going to be able to answer this seriously.
Because he'd anger his girlfriend?
Yes.
It cracks me up that men think they could get the hottest girl
They all,
anyway.
Oh, yeah.
For life.
Well, I had this joke for a while that I want to put in my next special, but it's, you know, after I hooked up with a guy, he was like, we were on his TikTok, and I was just like cuddling up next to him, watching him go through TikTok, which is kind of a fun thing to do, to watch someone else, because it's such a solitary thing. You get to like see someone's habits. And one of J-Lo came up, and he was like, God, she's so fucking hot. And I was like, can you not say J-Lo is hot while your semen is still in my upper digestive tract? And he was like, where my semen is in your body has no bearing on the fact that J-Lo is hot. No matter where it is in your body, J-Lo will still be hot. And I was like, and then my joke is, why do I keep dating autistic men? And I was like, I don't want to hear that anyone's hot. And my point was, I go, and of course J-Lo's hot. That's like not a unique thing. But these guys actually do think you don't. And he's like, I'm not going to like fucking date J-Lo. Why are you jealous? And I'm like, well, of course you're not going to. You're a loser who is an alcoholic and makes bad decisions. Oh, fuck. J-Lo might like you.
yeah.
And play baseball. Wait, now, how far does the cum have to get down your system before he can say she's hot?
Not post-coitus. You know what I mean?
Give it 35 minutes.
Yeah, let it run through.
Let her get dressed.
So several minutes.
I am a cool chick when it comes to hot girls. I like it, but I don't need to hear it right when literally I can still taste it in my mouth. You know what I mean?
TikTok's kind of funny because, it will give you things they think you like, and you have no control of what's going to pop up, and you're watching in front of your significant other, and a hot girl will show up, and you'll swipe faster, and Brendan's like, I can fucking watch the whole video. You don't have to hide her tits. Like, I can handle tits.
Yeah.
It's funny though. Like, guys will like swipe quick, and
because you think that she thinks that if you watch the whole thing that means you want to fuck her.
Yeah.
But also she probably would think that a little bit.
Probably, yeah. I mean,
but also the fact that you go past it faster
probably means yes.
Means
nothing's
definitely
good.
wanna
Yeah,
fuck
you
her.
can't win there.
You can't win.
You got to watch 3/4 of it. Okay, you ready
Anya,
for this?
Anya has a
Anya's
really
got
good one.
Would you rather
Fuck yeah.
A, watch your dad fuck 100-year-old man, or B, watch your mother kill someone?
Fucking. I'd like to see my mother kill that
The
guy.
100-year-old man that he-
Ah, nice.
I'd rather watch my mom kill someone.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
not even close.
Yeah.
Although
Again.
is my dad getting fucked or fucking?
No, he's. Watch
Oh,
your
yeah,
dad
which one?
fuck. Oh, good point.
Oh, is your dad
Your dad's
inside?
a bottom and he's getting fucked.
First of
my
all,
God,
there's
I
not that many
remember.
100-year-old men, so I'd have to see all 7 of them.
I had a dream my dad told people he was doing an SNL monologue, and I was really heartbroken that he didn't call me for advice on his monologue. God only knows what that means. But during my sister told me, Nikki, Dad lied and said that Sheryl Crow texted him and said, hey, watch my performance tonight. And then we were like, and then my sister goes, Sheryl Crow didn't text you. And he was like, yes, she did. And then she's like, then show me the text. And it was in front of all these people that it came out that she did not text
This
him.
is a dream?
Yes. And so we found out that my dad was lying about being friends with Sheryl Crow. And it was like this watershed moment that my sister's like, Dad has so many dark secrets. That was such a weird thing to lie about. Because we knew he knew Sheryl Crow, but we were like, there's no way she's like texting him. And then I go, maybe he didn't show the text because they are actually having an affair. And it was easier to say. And in my mind, I came up with like a pretty good plot that you think someone's lying because they're like, fine, she didn't text me. But they can't show the text because the text is actually more than the thing they said. Isn't that kind of an interesting twist?
That is a nice
that
twist.
I came up with in my dream.
The text exists, but it's
Yes, like they were texting. She did say I'm going to be
She,
on,
like, sent
but she
him,
said,
like, a picture
"Sweetie,
of her
I'm going
ass
to be
or-
on
yeah.
TV tonight. I love you so much. Fuck your wife."
Or he sets up a new phone number and even sends a fake one from Sheryl Crow that's not as bad
The
as
first cut is the deepest.
Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
Is sex with conjoined twins a threesome?
Yes.
What if the other one just fucking reads a book while you're getting head?
Still a threesome. They're in the room and they're like being penetrated.
What if you only fuck on the left side of the pussy?
Fine, it's a 2.5. It's a deux et demi.
I guess
sum.
it depends how much twin is there. If it's a full conjoined or like just like another head.
Yeah. Well, what about if a woman's pregnant? Is it a threesome? Because the baby's technically, there's a living thing based on how you view when a child is alive. What a 9 month, like a 9 month pregnant, like about to pop woman, you fuck her.
Yeah.
And the baby, could survive. Like maybe she's due tomorrow. That baby, no one would argue that baby is not a life. I think no one would go, you can abort, there's no question of it. Is that okay to do?
none of this is okay.
Does the baby have...
I think it's okay to fuck a woman if she has a full
I think
baby in
the
her.
question is over the line.
But does the baby have DSLs?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't think the baby can be
Cannula.
penetrated by a cannula.
They did a cannula to the baby to
Wait.
pump up its lips.
Wait, I see what you're saying. Can conjoined twins have kids?
Yeah.
That's why.
Unless they're
so.
conjoined at the uterus.
Oh.
We are acting like we know anything. We got to get to Final Thought. Can I just share the last text conversation I had with Bob for my Final Thought? Yeah.
Saget.
He knows.
What's better, boneless wings or boner wings?
I know
Oh my
this
God.
is
No, I just made
obviously.
that one.
I was like, obviously,
I know I'm getting
boner wings.
a little Bob heavy on the show this week, but I think it's all for. No one would
warranted.
deny me this. Also, the person that informed me about Bob Saget's death that I said was very like flippant of like, OMG, Bob Saget's dead, and like did it on a group text. He wrote to me and said, Nikki, I am so. He didn't hear the podcast where I talked about it. He wrote to me and said, Nikki, I'm so sorry that I said that. I did not realize you were so close to friends. I saw your Instagram posts and that was just such a bad move. And I said, I did the same thing. I told it on the podcast. I did the same thing with someone who knew Burt Reynolds. So it's so nice that you said this to me. It was so nice. But a couple things I just wanted to say about Bob. Last night when I was watching my special and I was kind of having that moment of like, I might have to put out something that I'm not like A+ about, which and usually, if something's a TV show that's not, because Chris was like, but you did not say if that got canceled, you still have a career. Nikki and Sarah Live, that got canceled, you still have like these things, people will forgive you. And I go, but I've never put out something that's only me on stage. Like, I don't know, I can always go, that was Sarah's fault. Or like, I didn't say that, but like, that was MTV's fault. They didn't let us do what we wanted. That was Comedy Central's fault. You can always blame someone else, but this is just me. I edit, everything is me. And I was like, God, I feel like it was weird because I was like, he was trying to comfort me about it and he was doing a good job, but I was like, I really want someone who has been in the business a long time, who has put out some stinkers in their life, who has put out some things that maybe didn't make a big splash or that they weren't that proud of. And I was like, what would Bob say? And I don't think that I would have thought to think of Bob had it not been this week. And I didn't end up sobbing last night and being like, what do? I want to not put it out. Because what Bob would say, and I think he did advise me right before I was filming the special. I was like, Bob, I don't even know what I'm doing for the special. It's 2 months away. It was a month away when we last spoke. And I was like, I literally don't know what I'm doing for it. How do you do, like, what are you doing to prepare? Because he was about to do his. And he was like, Nikki, I think he even said, I haven't watched the FaceTime recording of our last conversation, which I do have. But I think within it, he told me, like, you're going to put out things in your life that are not like Tom Hanks has put out things that are not A pluses. Like, it's gonna be okay.
Yes.
You're still lovable. Like, Bob would not judge me for this, and I'm really actually sad that Bob's not gonna be able to see this special, and I'm gonna dedicate it to him. I hope that's not like over the top, but it is the last thing. Can I just play? This is what did I play this? What Bob said about me?
No.
1 week ago on a podcast. This was on a corporate time with Tom and Dan, and so they're talking about Bob being filthy, and he's like, I'm not really that filthy anymore. So this is called A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan, and it's from last Wednesday's episode.
I'm less of that. I don't even. Some people go gynecological in their dialogue. I'm like, wow. Nikki Glaser's a friend of mine. I'm like, Nikki, wow.
Yeah,
I remember when I was like that. I did that on an HBO special, and I got in trouble for that.
Yeah. Like we've had Nikki on the show, and then Sam and I just saw her, and it's funny because
She's awesome.
she's
She's
dirtier
so
than
awesome.
you, Bob. Yeah, she is awesome. And, but
She's dirtier, and she's so likable, and those are the people that I flock to. I mean,
And then it trails off. But it's so nice that he said I was awesome on something, you know. Last time I saw him, I went to dinner with it was after our shows in Milwaukee. I went to dinner with his in-laws were in Milwaukee, and they came to his shows. We were both in Milwaukee performing. He was at like the Improv, I think, and he did 2 shows. So we went to go to the hotel where we were going to meet, and I went with all my friends, and then you guys didn't come. I'm so mad you didn't come now, but who cares? It's fine. And then he met up, and his in-laws were going to be there, and I was like, what's it going to be like with his in-laws? Like, this is going to be weird. They were so cool, and like, he wasn't different at all. I thought I was going to get like a different version of him, like, because he's going to be all buttoned up. But he was so cool. And then, so I posted a picture, and he was like, there were a couple pictures taken, and you post one of me so sweetly on your Instagram, but I feel like I look like a Cabbage Patch man. Do you have the closer shot of us, or do you hate it? If so, you don't want to see it or something. Just wanted to post something if there were any other pics that you're okay with, that I don't look like Bob Evans and Nick Nolte had a child. I said it was the only one. The guy took more, but they were all blurry as hell. I'm sorry. I thought you looked good. I think you have body/Bobby dysmorphia. He said, yay, I may airbrush myself a turtleneck on or something. Blurry is good at concept, but probably not. Ha ha. I look much better today. Photoshop. He said, really great to see you and Todd Barry. It was weird. He tweeted, where's the after party? We didn't see Todd Barry. Isn't it strange that some people still think Twitter and Facebook is like emailing someone? I said, I invited Todd Barry. He couldn't come. Anyway, I said, and I truly don't think you know how handsome you are. You look great. Last night was so fun. Thank you for having me and my friends. Love you. And Kelly's parents are so cool. Love them. He said, thanks for the compliments. Really nice. Helps my mojo for my shows. Break a leg tonight. It'll be fun. Indy needs you. I was going to Indianapolis that day. And thanks for the sweet comments regarding Kelly's parents. Yes, they're like a scene from Moonstruck. And FYI, I texted blah, blah, blah and emailed the executive producer, blah, 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 for this show. I think they're all booked for this season, but I don't know. Anyway, blank loved the idea, and I sang your deserved praises. Have fun. Safe travels in the van. And I said, oh my God, thank you, Bob. I truly treasure you. He said, same. You're the best. We must be related if you trace our descendants back to being exterminated in Russia. Have a great time tonight.
Did he think you're Jewish?
I think so. Listen, I'll have him take that memory to the grave.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going. Oh, and then I told him about a show that we were going to do. And he said, yeah, I can't do it either. Didn't sleep, so I can't either. But thanks for thinking of me. How was Indy? I said, so good, thanks. I'm exhausted, though. He said, I hear you. Or read you. I haven't slept at all. On plane with some guy who just farted in my face. They need these masks to have fart repellent in them. I said, ha, ha, ha. God, that's disgusting. And he said, he should have his butthole stitched shut. Hate him. Happy Indy was great. Yes, it is a great comedy town. And that was the last thing, and I didn't write anything back. I just wish I would have written something. But that was a good exchange. I told him I loved him and treasured him.
Yeah, it's a nice exchange, and I think it encompasses your whole friendship, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. You never know what's going to be the last thing you're going to write, you know? And
I know.
if you're not going to write like, you always were the one that I loved. Like,
but everyone keeps saying every time Bob wrote me, it was like, the I love yous were just streaming through, like that we were always like fighting to say who said I love you the most. I actually, you know, my exchange with his wife was that she was like, I don't have any regrets of how much we both said we love each other. And what a beautiful thing to be able to say.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just a reminder. There's like someone kind of occurred to me when we were doing this podcast of like, if something happened to them, I would really regret how it is right now with them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean I need to be best friends with this person, but I would like them to know that I love them. And or something happened to me, I would want them to have that or
For
whatever.
sure.
So it's maybe just we do something with that today. Tomorrow, hopefully, we will have the debut of the song for Bob.
Yeah.
That I wrote some lyrics to, but Matt Pond and Anya Marina helped me. Matt wrote it. Matt wrote that song, right?
Yes.
And
Bit by Bees, I believe.
Oh my God, Bit by Bees is the new fake band that we made up. But I think we'll debut it on the podcast tomorrow, and then will we be able to put it on Spotify, or like will it just be
yeah.
SoundCloud?
Yeah. Let's work on that today.
Okay, cool. So look forward to that. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for all the continuing messages that you guys have sent. It's so nice. People are writing to me that are like, "I lost my dad a week ago. I know what you're going through." And I go, "Oh my God, no, no, you don't, because it's not the same." People are so fucking nice to write me when they lost that. It's just everyone's so nice. I love our listeners. I love you guys. Love you so much, and I hope you know that.
And
I mean it.
I love the girl that wrote a message saying that she Googled Bit by Bees while we were talking about it because she thought it was a real band to look up their music.
It should be. Maybe that will be the name of my
Your
my
ulterior,
name. Yeah.
Your alternative.
Yeah,
band.
whatever.
Whatever, dude.
Sounds like
fun.
a sweetener you put in your coffee. Bit by Bees.
Oh my
it
God, that's
does.
so good.
A little honey.
It's a vegan honey alternative from Nikki Glaser.
Oh my God. Okay, let's do it. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We got to go. Don't be cuh and Jack.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
You've done that one.
Again,
Send us Jack recommendations, you guys.
I'm really out of it.